Whoa! Who's that guy? Yes, Cole got a haircut. As you can see, it was more than a year since his last haircut. He cut it before our wedding, which was in early August of 2021.
It was time.
It was a good run. It was a good run. We wanted to make this video because we feel like we've come a long way in just a few short months. As we're recording this video, we are teetering on the edge of 4,000 subscribers, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot in the big world of YouTube, but to us it's a pretty big deal, and we're just so grateful to everybody who has taken the time to follow our journey. We so appreciate every single subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel already and you're watching us right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to follow our journey. And we've also been thinking this would probably be a good time for our subscribers to get to know us a little bit better. We've been on the road living in our renovated travel trailer full-time for just about 3 months now, and we really haven't shared much about our story. So that's what this video is gonna be about today. And in case you can't tell, we are not currently in the camper. We're actually in Denver as we're recording this, staying at a friend's house right now, but we will be back on the road very shortly. So first we wanna talk about life before the camper. So before RV life, we both had pretty established careers that are completely different from our life right now.
So I was a college track and field coach for about 10 years, mostly in Wichita, Kansas, at a small private school called Friends University. And then when we moved out to Denver, I coached at a small Division III university called Johnson and Wales.
And I was a TV news reporter for about 9 years. We met while I was working at a job in Wichita, Kansas. I started in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, moved to Wichita. I was there for like 4.5 years. That's where we met. And then an opportunity opened up in Denver to work in news in Denver. So that's when we moved to Colorado, and that's when Cole got his coaching job in Colorado. In 2020, everything changed. When we moved to Denver, we thought that we'd be in Denver for a long time, settle down, eventually buy a house, all of that. But then the pandemic happened. So that sort of forced Cole out of coaching.
Yeah, the university that I was working for at the time in Denver basically just decided to close its doors.
And also no one was really hiring for college athletics during the pandemic. That wasn't really a thriving area at the time.
So after the university shut down, I pretty much looked for any other opportunity outside of coaching that would kind of meet the needs of the skill set that I had from college track and field coaching and recruiting. So I looked into lots of sales jobs, interviewed at a ton of different places, and ended up falling into a really good situation at the time, which is I'm now a travel nurse recruiter. And so basically I recruit nurses to work short-term contracts, usually about 3 months, at different hospitals around the country.
Even before we moved into the camper, it was pretty much a fully remote job too. So even before the pandemic, we had talked about maybe buying an RV for shorter trips and possibly in the future taking like a large chunk of time off to travel. But then when Cole got this opportunity as a travel nurse recruiter, it sort of opened our eyes to the idea of working and traveling at the same time. Obviously, I couldn't do that with my job in news. Very strict hours working in news, very set schedule, not a lot of time off. So that is when I made the decision to leave my job. Okay, now let's talk about the camper and how we got it, how we chose it, and all of that. We had been looking on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, RV Trader, all of that for months, and you actually found it on Facebook Marketplace.
We were looking in the Denver area in hopes of finding something close to where we were, but I started opening up our search a little bit because it was so hard to find a good condition used camper during the pandemic. So we started looking kind of more south in the Southwest and ended up doing a search down in Texas and found one that we really liked in Amarillo, Texas. Met a lot of the things we were looking for as far as length that would fit in the driveway of our rental house while we could work on it. as far as kind of the layout and what we thought would be a good fit for us and the dogs.
If you haven't watched our full video of the interior of our camper, go ahead and check it out. It is a 2007 Frontier Explorer S190. It's about 18 feet long, so it is small. We wanted a project. We wanted something that we would renovate and make our own. We weren't looking for something even close to new. We bought it to renovate it, but renovating it took a long time because of my job. I was working horrible hours at the time, nights, weekends, gone a lot. So that's why our renovation process took like a year after we bought it. So as we were getting closer to the end of renovating the camper, that's when we set a date for when we wanted to leave Denver and start traveling full time. And Cole had the conversation with his job about doing that and got the go ahead basically. For me, leaving my job was the scariest part of the whole jumping into RV life. You know, when you do something for that long, it's like your identity. Leaving and really having no plans to go back is a weird thing. So people have a general idea of what Cole does when I tell them, oh, he works a remote 9 to 5 or he's a travel nurse recruiter. And then people are like, well, what do you do all day long? I guess I'm technically unemployed right now or trying to transition to self-employed. I focus a lot of my time on YouTube, putting out 2 videos a week, planning what that content is going to be. I also do all of our route planning, figuring out where we're gonna go. I book everything. Do all the logistics for that, for us, for the dogs, to make sure it's going to be a place that's going to work for Cole to work out of. Is there cell signal? Is there Wi-Fi? Is it a place that we could get some YouTube content out of? Is it a fun place? All those things to think about. So it really is pretty time consuming.
She works more than I do.
And he always says like, oh, I feel like you have more to do on a daily basis than I do. And sometimes it feels like that and sometimes it doesn't. I'm also trying to start doing some more gig work, freelancing, voiceover work, stuff like that. So I am filling my time, but eventually it'll probably be filled with more than even what I'm doing right now. I don't feel like we could really do an about us video without talking about the dogs.
The doggies.
So we have 2 dogs, Luna and Lady. Luna is a 10-year-old mix, and she's the best dog ever.
The best dog ever. I got her when she was about 6 months old off of a Craigslist ad for free. And I noticed her bright blue eyes, and I said, I have to have this dog.
She's a wonder dog. Lady is 2 years old. Her full name is Ladybird. She's a 2-year-old black lab. She's crazy. If you think you know what labs are like, you don't know what Lady is like. I've had labs my whole life, and she is the craziest lab I've ever seen. But she's super sweet, very fun, very active.
It's very energetic.
Very energetic. So they balance each other out pretty well because Luna's pretty chill. That's kind of it for the about us, who we are, what we do, what we did. No regrets on jumping into this lifestyle. How long will we do it for? Not really sure about that. We don't think it's a forever thing for us. I think we know it's not a forever thing for us.
We have no plans to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, we don't have like a hard date for when we would be done. I'll close out this video by mentioning again that Cole got a haircut. And I need to get my hair done. This is another perk of being in Denver right now.
In a couple days.
Yeah, it needs some help, needs some TLC. And we're gonna try to do some more videos like this. We have one coming out soon about what our plans are going into the fall as we continue in this lifestyle. So again, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below if you have any questions. I'm also planning to do a video about what it's like traveling with the dogs full time. So that is coming up soon. Lots of exciting things on the way, but thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.